Hey guys, how's it going? Just getting things started. On bike. Ready to ride. Hey, what's up? Joey, how's it going? Put shoes on. Get on the bike and do a little chill riding. Riding and chatting and whatever you want to do. For about an hour. About the time like that. Got one fan on. Let's see, we're gonna do a little chiller riding, so we'll scoot the tray back a little closer. Headphones on. Oh, nice. Nice work. Oh, look, they've got a new thing for Swift in the drop shop. I guess you guys can't see it on their little screen. They've, thanks, sir. Alright. Use the kicker. I got about 2 million. This is 14. There we go. I do think, yeah, it's 2 million, I think. So we're gonna ride the mighty Metropolitan because this is the race for the Kiss Super League next week. So let's get rolling. Pull the mic back a little bit closer. Yeah, I think that's what we figured out. Some people with a little bit lower XP and a little bit lower level than me started right at 2 million as well. I think I read that in the Swift Insider article, actually. I think around 2 million is the cap. They didn't want us to have too much of a head start, I guess. So we got the kicker maintenance done last night. Kicker is nice and quiet today. Feeling good. Everything seemed good on that. We did, it's definitely faster. I would maybe hold off a day or two on before buying anything. What I'm curious to see is Swift Insiders is going to be doing some research on, there's some things in the shop we've never seen before. So there's some wheel sets and some frames that we don't know. So up to now, the 808 disc wheel has been the fastest tested. But I would wait till they test some other things before you drop money on it. That's my 2 cents. Maybe. You never know. So, I wanted to show you guys, this is, which one is this? Hey, what's up, Gaming? What's up, buddy? Alright, we did the, kicker maintenance. This comparison here was the TIS race earlier today. So my ride earlier today, the overall totals aren't the same because they don't completely overlap. So let's just highlight the race section here. You highlight just the race section here. You can see there's a handful of little dropouts in there. But yeah, if they're fairly cheap, yeah, they're simple. So right here, the Fit File Tools file is 312. Actually, you know what? I can do this a little different here. Let's do it this way. Let's just select the race from earlier today. I was comparing like a Garmin file that I had to cut apart. So let's do the Garmin file versus the Element Bolt file from today. So this is the Zwift. Oh, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I didn't use the... Okay, I've got to use this one. Sorry. Today I'm just kind of chill cruising. I already did a race. So I was going to chat and show you guys some numbers and just chat about whatever's going on. So this is a comparison of the kicker versus the pedals for today. Essentially identical, down to like 1/10 of a watt difference across the entire race. There's a couple of spots here where you can see, I don't know if there were dropouts on the, those are kicker dropouts. So not sure what's causing those. If you go down here, look at this is the important part, I think. I think this is the big deal, is the power curve. The kicker was a 20 or 25 watts high on this, like 1 second, 3 second power. They came in line by about 10 seconds. They were under 10 watts apart again. See a little deviation through here, but this isn't big. This is 20 or 30 watts at a really high power number. But then you see how they step right together, right here, and are locked on within a couple of watts, all the way out to 47 minutes here. We're within a half a watt. So, really good comparisons. I had to cut apart the kicker file because it actually recorded multiple days on one file on my head unit on accident. So, there's a little bit of oddity to this file in particular because I didn't have a clean file on my Garmin. So I had to use Fit File Tools to cut 2 days of effort apart. But they compared really good after my kicker maintenance, which is really good. This is my KISS Super League. This is my Super League race from yesterday. It's looking good. That's what the numbers I just showed Westy were my race from today. And, like, we're within a watt all the way down. Other than, like, the less than 45-second efforts that always show a little variance, we're like, nailed it. This is the KISS Super League yesterday. So, one of these files has the warm-up on it, one doesn't. So we're going to drill in on just the race. On just the race, this is the kicker. These are the pedals. So, 2 watts lower on the kicker than the pedals for the entire race yesterday. Definitely an acceptable margin there. And 2 watts at 300 watts is less than 1%. You can see here, just to give you an idea, these both had heart rate in them. So this is how I can tell that my analyze is really in time, because my 2 heart rate lines are perfect in line. Go down to this one on the power curve from yesterday. I mean, these are 896 versus 891. They drift apart a little bit. Here at this is 734 to 747. This is at 25 seconds. These are little gaps. You can see down here by a minute. By a minute, we're within 10 watts. That's less than 5% at 572 watts that this is. But then by, what's this here? By 2 minutes, we're within 3 watts. So a lot of these gaps you see up here are just like, almost like polling errors and stuff like that. And all the way down the line here, see a little drift apart here for whatever reason. 9 watts. That's at 350. So that's about 3% off in this one little 15-minute sector. Then it drops back in together. Yeah, 345 to 347, 2 watts off. All the way down here to 1 hour. We're 4 watts different at 1 hour. So, nothing here that could ever be, draw any concern, I guess, in those numbers. So real happy with the way things are lining out there. Go down and look. Like I said, the averages are different and the weighted powers are different because the element volt recording includes my warm-up. If you look at the max power, 1 watt difference. So things are comparing out really good with the pedals and the kicker. So happy with that. Hey, what's up, Basalt? Yeah, everything's comparing good. Happy with how things are lining out between those 2 devices. We had a big day today. We had a personal best 5-second heart rate for the year. I did 191 for 5 seconds in the TIS race earlier today. So what'd you find out about bikes, Nike? Yeah? Tron has always tested out the best unless you had a disc and an 808 combo on a Cervelo S5. But we're talking like a virtual tie from the Tron to the Cervelo with the disc 808. There's always been some unknown, like, is the draft different on one bike to another? And it's hard to tell. Okay. So, I think the Cervelo is a little bit faster than the Aero Road. That might make up the 3 seconds between the 1518 and the 1515 Nike. They have the same number of stars on their weight and aero. Oh, nice basalt. I think a lot of people picked up the disc today. I think a lot of people went for the disc. So I'm riding the Mighty Met loop. This is going to be the race loop for next week. Kind of getting a feel for what the course is like. I agree, man. I think they need to have a better way to compare things. There's like 7 wheel sets that are 4 wheel sets. I know they're not the same. We all know they're not the same. I think so. Doing finesse Revo? Yeah, I can't. I'm busy this evening, so this is the only time I've got left to ride. I'm reading Facebook right now. Woo! This racer's about to get a post deleted. This racer's is having a little fun right now. I'm staying out of that fun, though. This post has got like 100 comments on it in 2 minutes. Yeah, Frank. Questioning the style and the profile of someone's power output in a race today. Seems a little odd. I don't know if it's right or wrong, it's just odd. Like, their style is odd. Whether it's giving them a boost or not, I really don't know. It's hard to tell if it's a problem or not. I don't know, I guess. He's definitely a legit strong dude. So, it's hard to question how far off or how much this style maybe enhances or augments the performance. I really don't know. Hey, Pirate Man, what's up? We're gonna get 2.1 million drops today. Yeah, this was like my only open window. I've got about 30 more minutes here to ride. And that's all I got for today, so I'm doing good. Yeah, Westy. You want to stay out of that one? I'm going to tell you that one's going to have a lot of hot and cold. A lot of people believe it's good, and a lot of people believe it's not. So we're just kind of doing a chill ride. Kicker's good. We showed some kicker compares from yesterday's Swift Super League and from today's race. Power numbers are comparing good with the pedals. The noise is quiet again today. So I think all's good on the kicker front now. We already did a race today, so we're just riding this mighty metropolitan course. I believe this is the course we're going to be racing Super League on next week. I don't think I'll be racing Super League next week. I'm not on the roster for the plan right now. Don't think so, Basalt. But I don't know for sure. The timing ended up not working out for him at the time of day that we have the races and other commitments he's got. So, as of right now, I would not expect to see Tim race. But if he can make it work, he's welcome to come race. I haven't seen Tim racing much at all on Swift lately. So y'all gonna know, well, some of you old school guys will know. Sushi salmon, right? Longtime stream commenter, CCL All-Star, right? Good old Sushi. Sushi's an official Team X member now. Him and a few of his posse, we're getting into KISS Community League. So, we boosted up our C category for North America Community League. So, JP and a few of his local buddies gonna have the Team X kits on tonight for KISS Community League for the first time. Go easy on them, bath salts. Yeah, they had a little group that they liked to race together. They seem to fit well. Yeah, Tom may be there, Frank. I don't know. I need to get a hold of Tom. I haven't chatted with him lately. We're getting close to outdoor weather again, so Tom and I gotta hit the streets here soon. So for those of you that haven't seen the big KISS racing change, or not KISS, Swift racing change for today, they did a big change for power-up races. You can no longer take that power-up with you. So, no more taking a power-up with you into a race. All these aero power-ups littering the finish of the race. Playing another random numbers game. You gotta roll the dice and hope to get a helmet in the race. You can no longer take a power-up into the race. All power-ups disappear when you join an event now. So, no farming for helmets to enter an event. I do think it's good. I think it's good. I think in the end, I may win less races for it, right? I may have. There's going to be days where I don't like it, I should say. So there's days I'm not gonna like it. No doubt about it. But for racing overall, I think it's better. I think the better part. Yeah, I said that earlier, Pirate Man. If it's a spaghetti bike and it's the fastest, I'm riding it. I don't care. I will pay for a faster bike in drops. If it ain't faster, I'm probably not messing with it with drops right now. So, there's the big debate, right? Like, you want something to look good? Or, I'm gonna ride what's fastest. Period. So, I want the test to come out. Unless somebody's going to pay me to ride something with a different name on it. Which, if you know that person, send them my way. If you pay me, I'll ride your bike. I think that's a good idea too, Pirate Man. Right, like you could buy an aero bike and then pay for a Dura Ace upgrade or a red upgrade to drop weight, right? Fast Salts, I have no idea. Other than the generic aero versus weight stars that Swift puts on them, we have no info on the new bikes, so I don't trust their star scale. I would show you in stream, but that is a problem as well. So, if you want to know the issue with me showing you the drop shop on stream, just go down and look at my clips. Click on clips, pick the clip from today, and take a look. We did a little Swift venting live at Swift HQ, because if you want me to show off your shit, don't lock it while I'm riding. So, that's my vent. This is, well, I can't even open the screen right now. So the other word of warning, the first time that you open the equipment screen. No, I didn't. I think it's what I'm about to say, though. The first time you open the equipment window, it takes you back to the login screen where you have to select what world you're going to ride in and all that. So, if I were to open the equipment screen right now, when I click OK out of it, I can't continue my ride. I've got to start over. No, that's another rage item. So they got a few bugs. Yeah. I'm not going to do it. But it did it on my first ride today. If I hit the T button and open that window, when I did it earlier, it yeah. Now see, I'm not the only one. I think it booted Ian out of a race this morning. Like, he lost the event. It's a big bug. That one is. I forgot about it. I almost hit the T button. I'm like, oh shit, I can't do that. Because it'll force me to restart the ride. So Charlie, when you do that, was this a mixed race where the women and men ride together? Is that it? So you're able to domestique for the women? It's like the community league. Men and women are different, right? Okay, that's cool. I would expect once we get a little bit of the bike studying going on, I would expect that some of these TT bikes are going to be different speed bikes. But there's no information available right now to definitively know of any of the new equipment what is faster or slower. So, I don't trust the star ratings on them. Yeah, just doing a chill ride here. I'm kind of riding, just getting about 45 minutes or an hour in, and I'm riding the course for, next week's Super League. The Mighty Met. The Mighty Metropolitan. Oh, nice, Charlie. Yeah. We're riding the 3 million drops. I'm raging. I got screwed on drops. I've earned more than 2 million drops, but they capped it at 2 million. I want every bike, and I want it now. I've earned it. I'm with you, Bass Sauce. I'm not spending any money until I get definitive results. I'm paying money on faster equipment. I would show you all the shop, but I can't do that while you're riding. So what's so fancy about the Zwift safety bike, though? Like, it's like over $3 million? Or 3 million drops, sorry. I think the drops should be adjusted for sweat rate, too. I'm an awful sweater. I think Scott is, too, actually. I should accrue drops faster than others. The drops are the blue numbers over there that are constantly climbing. And I believe it's based on effort. Like, I think, let's slow down. See how it slows down when I drop my watts? And if I go hard, it goes faster. So it's kind of like a wattage or a kilojoule. It's like a kilojoule calculation. So it's based on effort. Yeah, I'm wondering, like, the safety bike is so blasted expensive. Is it this unicorn? Like, is it gonna be stupid fast? Maybe it has a trailer hitch on it. I can tow somebody up a mountain. I don't know. Like, what's the... Who's gonna be the first guy to get to 3.5 million and blow their whole wad on a safety bike? To get a wah, wah, wah. It's a dud. Yeah, I earned 100K today. It's, well, Scott, I actually think it's not exactly 2 million. I think I had 2,050,000 when I started my race today. So it was over 2 million when I started. I probably only earned 60K today. I don't know if they go faster on the climbs or you just like naturally put out more power on the climbs. I'm not sure. This will be an interesting course to race on. It's got 2 climbs. I don't know. Is the Tron bike purchasable? Or I can't open it and show you. Damn it. If it's in the drop shop, I'm guessing you can buy it now. The tricycle was actually like a one-day thing. It's like an April Fool's joke. So, it wasn't something that you had in your stable of bikes. It was actually like a date hack. If you rode on April Fool's Day on a certain day, you automatically got it. I did notice that they changed all of the level unlocks. So the level unlocks no longer unlock wheels or bikes. Yeah, I think there's ways to hack it still, Charlie. But I don't think it's something you retain in the game automatically. I think you can still hack it in there though. There's been a tricycle, you know, like the big wheel. There's been the Paperboy bike with the basket on the front that we had one year. We've had the skeleton bikes on Halloween. What else have we had? We've had a few odd ones like that. Yeah, the big boy bike's nice. So this whole idea, I think Basalt, you'll be interested in this. Any of you racers, we didn't see it so much in the community league today because there was just so much crazy attacks by Leandro and Fleeman. But my TIS race earlier today, the Italy Special, was crazy different for a flat race. Kim and I both said the same thing. We think it's due to this new power-up rule. Because people couldn't bring an aero helmet into the race. If they didn't earn an aero helmet in the race, they were brutal attacking the front of the race. I think trying to get away. So the entire last lap of the race was guys trying to sneak off the front at like 5.5. And then somebody, you know, nobody would follow. They'd get a 3 or 4 second gap, then we'd have to chase. And it's like, it was brutal. Completely different than a normal flat race. So, I'm curious to see how this lack of carryover of the power-ups changes the way some of these races shake out. So I think we didn't see it so much in the KISS Community League, but there was more burning of power-ups. Yes, Bath Salt's like, so if you got anything but an arrow, you burned it, right? Like, I got an arrow on the first banner, so, right, like, I'm screwed for a month now, right? I got my one lucky draw. But, I saw a lot of power-ups during the race. There were still a lot of arrows in the sprint, but it was only probably 40% of us that had arrows at the end. There was an attack from about a mile out that almost stuck, and that guy didn't have an arrow. So I think you're going to see in some of these bigger races, when you get guys like Leandro didn't do it today. Leandro had a feather and still finished 4th, which was crazy to me. You get a guy like Ollie Jones, Alex West, Leandro, Scotty. You get some of those guys that don't have an arrow after the last banner. Like, they got nothing to lose. If you don't have an arrow, you don't win the race, right? I mean, it's almost an automatic. And at that point, it's time to go for it. So I think we're going to see more big attacks, early attacks at the end of the race. I think you're going to see more teams. Like, today, 2 of us had an arrow, 1 of us didn't. So the one that didn't have an arrow, Lars didn't have an arrow. So the entire last lap, Lars knew his responsibility was to cover the moves for Kim and I. So I think you're going to see that in some of the bigger races too. You're going to get these teams that are like, okay, who's got the arrow? Who's gonna attack early because they don't have a power up? Who on the team's gonna cover the moves because they don't have a power up? I think basically because you can't come into it with the arrow for the sprint, you're gonna have less people willing to let it go to a sprint. Zip 9's going good. We got it on. I've always had it. Like, my Zip 9, like, needs a few electrical tape, places on it. It's got a few dents in it. I'm probably on my 3rd or 4th cassette. You guys got all these new, fandangled, fancy Super 9s, fresh out of the factory. I got a Super 9 when a Super 9 was, like, the real deal, man. Before they started all this fancy crap. They just don't build them the way they used to. Somebody needs to go start the rumor. The beta Super 9 is faster than the store Super 9. See if we can blow it up. We tested. The beta Super 9 is faster than the shop Super 9. Good news is a couple other things you guys may or may not notice. I believe I've solved my drop frames issue. We did some research on my network card, changed a bunch of settings. We've done some 4 and 5 hour stream tests with no drop frames. We've also, just minorly, we bumped up the bit rate. Went from 4,500 to 5,000. Trying to just squeak out a little more quality, but I'm going to keep a close eye out for people complaining that they can't watch the stream very well. The higher you go on bitrate, the more risk you have people that can't watch if you don't have good downscaling happening on Twitch's side. It's all based on your resolution and the stream quality you're going for, and your FPS. So, like, 1080p at a 30 FPS needs to be 4,000 or more. And 720 at 60 is about the same as 60 FPS. So, you're basically defining the size of your pipe. You gotta know how much data you're shoving through the pipe. You can shrink the pipe a lot if you shrink the amount of data you're trying to shove through it. So, if you can make the pipe a little bit bigger than the minimum requirement, you'll get a little better quality. So, at 5,000, I run 1080, 30 FPS. At 5,000, you can get really good quality out of it. At 4,500, it's still good quality. 4,000, you'll sacrifice a little bit of quality, I think, but it'll still run okay. If you can't run that much bitrate because of your connection, we're gonna turn here. Stay off the hills for the rest of the ride. If you can't run that high bitrate due to your either machine throughput or your internet provider, like a 720 30 FPS, I think you can bring that down to like a 2,500 to 3,000 bit rate and still have really good quality out of it. And then, like, you can still stream like 2,000 or 2,500, like down at the 400 resolutions, and still do okay. But yeah, if you can't get, I think you can get a decent looking 720 stream out of 2,500. But there is a downside to going too big, too. Let me look at Twitch right now. So big streamers, like Twitch partners, automatically get the downscaling. So big streamers can push high quality because their viewers are not limited. Yeah, so right now I have, I'm getting downscaling. So if you go to my live stream right now, you can select 720 or 480 or 360. Twitch is downscaling me for you. So if you don't have enough throughput to watch me at 5,000 bitrate, it'll downscale me and you can still watch me. But that option isn't automatic. Twitch gives it to their partners first, and then they give it to their affiliates in a priority order based on viewership after that. So if Twitch is really busy when I start my stream, they don't have enough resources to offer it to my stream. But if I don't start at a really busy time, I often get downscaling. But it's based on my viewer history, and I'm an affiliate. Some of you guys that aren't affiliates and maybe have lower viewer numbers are going to get the downscaling much less often. So the higher you push your bit rate, if you're not getting the downscaling through Twitch, the higher you push your bit rate, the higher the requirement is for your viewer to have for internet to watch you. So if somebody's watching like on their cell phone away from home and using their cell service or something like that, you may be running them out of data or running them out of bandwidth. If somebody has poor internet service at home, it can be a problem. Well, it's level 44 and you have to buy it, Charlie. It's not... I'm actually going to stop and show you guys the drops. Well, let's stop first. I can recover the ride if it crashes on me. So, here's the Swift bug, I think. We go into the drop shop. We can go in and look around at the drop shop now that I stopped. So, it looks like the concept bike's in here. I still have to buy the safety bike. So, Yeah, I would be curious on some of these bikes, like down here, the S-Works and the Vinge are both 3x3. Are they going to be competitive with, is this bike going to be competitive with the Cervelo? I don't know. If you go over to the wheel shop, Envy has some killer 4x4 wheels. The 7.8s, the 8.9s are the ones I'm curious about. Theoretically, the 8.9 should be really good. Are they the same as an 808? Are they better than an 808? Do they compete with the disc? So these are new ones. So now here, I think I'm going to encounter the bug. I'm going to click close, and I think it's going to boot me. Boom! I lost my ride. How frustrating is that? Can I hit escape? Oh, I can still hit escape and save and exit. And if I hit escape, see? It's bugged. If I click ride, that's not completely true. What do you have to do to unlock the Swift Arrow? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what the Swift Arrow unlock requirements are? The Swift Arrow is the second or third fastest bike in game, and I think you get it pretty early. Yeah, so I think the Swift Arrow bike is probably a pretty cheap. Let me look. Swift Insider has it. Yeah, it's a fairly, so brand new people now, I don't know, let's yeah, but you no longer get wheels or bikes at levels, guys, so that's one thing that's different. You no longer unlock bikes and wheels at levels. You have to buy all of them. So, that's part of the articles here. So we're gonna go look. The Swift Arrow bike is 319,000. So, and there doesn't appear to be a level requirement to it. There's a question mark there. So I've earned like 60,000 today, or 65,000. So in 5 days of riding, I can get enough money for the Swift Arrow, enough drops. So you could level up pretty quick to those. This is the one article. I already have the concept bike, so I don't know like what the purchase price is on that. You can see here, these were the level unlocks that changed. You see how some of these have deleted now. What's not in the shop? The Swift concept bike's right here. The Tron bike, yeah, it's there. Oh, so it's there if you've earned it, but it's not there if you have it. Okay, that's interesting. So what I'm going to go look at is the Swift Insider has every bike with a price and a level required to get it. So the Swift concept bike is not on this list. There's no Swift concept bike here, guys. It's not on the Swift Insider list, so I don't think you can buy it. I don't think you can buy it. I think you have to earn it. I think you're right. I think the Tron bike is the only one you earn. The rest of them have a price and a level requirement. Yeah, you can. I don't think you can. It's not in this list on Swift Insider. And the guys that don't have it don't see it in their shop. So, yeah. I don't think you can buy it. I think that's good. I think that's good. The Swift safety wheels are 710,000. And the Swift safety bike is 3.5 million. I don't think it's a purchase thing. I think you just get it. That would be my hunch. I think it's just an earned thing. So let's see if I actually can save this ride. And, does it actually upload? It did! It uploaded! Okay. Yeah, so I think the Swift concept of the Tron bike is only going to be available if you've earned it. And I'm guessing once you earn it, there's probably no purchase price to it. That's my hunch. So, that's what I'm going to go with. Guys, I got to run now. I got to get ready to be out the door here in 30 minutes. I'm going to go really quick look for somebody to host, if anybody's out there, and then we got to call it a day. I really do appreciate everybody joining me tonight. It was just a nice chill ride. Westy, when you type that, it reads to me CYA, and CYA to me is not C yet. When I hear CYA spelled out, it's a completely different meaning, so it's kind of funny. I always have to look like, what? CYA? What did I do? I don't see anybody else live out here. Alright, I think we're going to call it a day, guys. We'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Good luck to everybody racing tonight.